newbies, you have no patience. Hello everyone, I am Knee High Caliber. Thank you so much for joining me in another exciting episode of Knee High Caliber Plays War Thunder. And we are sitting in the cockpit of our brand new P-47D-28 model. This is a brand new aircraft. I think it was, it's not brand new, but it was surplused, so it's never seen combat, but they gave us 4 for the squadron. They also gave us 4 brand new P-51s. If you haven't seen the Shakedown video for that, go check that out. That came out a couple days ago. But yeah, we're going to shake down this one today and see what it's capable of. I'm already not expecting a whole lot of greatness from this one. Let's close it up. But we'll see what it can do. Maybe it'll impress me. I don't know. Alright, so let's go max power. Let's get this thing in the air. Enough talking, enough yakking. Yeah, the P-47 isn't necessarily a new plane, and I don't think this variant really adds much to the overall family of P-47s. One thing I do know, it is incapable of deploying combat flaps at high speeds. That was kind of the big thing going into flying this thing that sort of initially deterred me from really wanting to enjoy it. It's also a massive aircraft. This thing is huge. It's just huge. But it's brand new. I can't argue with that. It's no hand-me-down. After spending the entire war flying hand-me-down planes, I'm glad I'm flying something new for a change. It's also got an impressive array of armament. 4 50 caliber machine guns. That's quite the loadout. Not 4, 8. What am I saying? 4 per wing is what I meant to say. There they are. Yeah, that's a heavy load. And almost probably carried cannons, although they really never considered using cannons during the war. I think mainly because there weren't too many available ammunition types for that. 50 caliber ammunition was produced more as well. 50 caliber machine guns were produced more as well. I think the Army Air Force wanted to stick with just using 50 cals in place of heavy cannons. The ammunition weighs more too, and I think that attributes to less flying capability. So alright, let's get this thing in the air. It's definitely not as fast as the P-51 we tested earlier. It's not expected to be. This is more of a bruiser. I think armor-wise, I think it might even have a certain degree of armor. It definitely has that backplate to protect the pilot. I think these things can take quite a beating. They definitely still don't have the range of the P-51. Obviously not the speed. That can't be right. Might have to get them to check the fuel gauges, make sure they're connected. That's bad. You really want to fly with no working fuel gauge, but I've done that before, mainly because I've been flying aircraft that are hand-me-downs. They're usually broken or something along those lines. Climbing speed, it's okay. I know, we were almost up to 20,000 a couple days ago when we tested the P-51. We never quite reached its ceiling. I don't think we'll do that with this either. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So even at like 200 plus miles per hour, the flaps are blocked. They're not good flaps. Yeah, they call this thing the Jug. I can see why. The heavy aircraft. It also doesn't turn too quickly. I mean, it turns okay, but definitely, it's definitely no P-38 or P-51. Speaking of the P-38, they're going to be discontinuing service of it pretty soon. I think they're thinking planes like this and the P-51, if they still have a role to play in the jet age, they're going to be the aircraft to do it. I think planes like the P-38, definitely not the P-63, and probably not the whatchamacallit there. I don't know. My mind just blanked. Yeah, it's a lot of thoughts. I mean, obviously the B-17 is going to be discontinuing service soon. I think all the surplus ones we built are being sold for scrap at this point. Or they're going to be exported to allied nations who are looking for patrol bombers, that sort of thing. This plane doesn't impress me at all. It's slow. It's so slow. We were doing easily 500 miles per hour in level flight, maybe more with the P-51. This thing is barely at 400, and I'm really pushing the engine forward. Yeah, we got the P-51s, and that normally probably would have been it, but because these are in surplus, they decided to give us 4 more aircraft and P-47s. I guess for testing purposes and things like that, we can use them as a weapons platform. They're definitely better suited for that than the P-51. The P-51's munitions carrying capability is limited. Holy crap! We have a mid-air collision. The pilot bailed out. Holy crap! Oh my god. Alright, so we already lost one of these things. That's good. We might lose a second one. Hold on, I need to get on the radio here. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Squadron 47. We were off Barber's Point. We had a mid-air collision. One aircraft is down. Another aircraft is struggling. Pilot of downed aircraft has bailed out. Please send a rescue aircraft as soon as possible to a position approximately 1 mile or so south of Barber's Point.
We read you. Prepping rescue flight for immediate takeoff.
Did we lose the other one? No, he's struggling. He going down? Yeah, we gotta turn him down. Oh god, these things happen even in times of peace. There's no fighting it. Alright, we gotta get this guy on the ground, so I think we're gonna cut this flight short. I'm already not impressed with the way this plane is handling, and... Jeez. Hope that pilot's okay. Alright, his engine's still running. Gonna go alongside him for a minute. This other guy passed by. Oh no, his prop struck. His prop is struck. I didn't hear him on the radio though. I wonder if his radio's out. Come on, bail. Bail out. Jeez. Alright, you know what? We're at altitude. We're at a high enough altitude. Let's try and lead him back towards Pearl here. Come on, bail out, man. Ditch that thing. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Squadron 47 flight. We are approximately 2-3 miles south of Iwa Beach. We have a second aircraft engine failure. They are still airborne at this time, but they are losing altitude and will most likely ditch. Please send a rescue plane as soon as possible. 47 out. So we lost 2 of these things. He's gonna go down. He's going down. Damn. Damn. Come on, bail out. I wish he'd bail out. He's trying to push it. He doesn't have an engine on. I don't know why I heard an engine too when he was flying by. Maybe it was this guy. Shoot, I think he's dead. Oh, not yet. Yeah, try and lead him back towards Pearl Harbor. Yeah, I didn't like the way they were flying on Tuesday. Even though this is slower than the P-51, it's still faster than anything we had before. Maybe they needed a little bit more ground training on these types before stepping into them. Damn. Still, you gotta be a little bit more alert than that. I don't want to fault somebody who might lose their life, but still. Did he go down? He's down. Alright. Try and spot him. Crap. Mayday, Flight 47. Squadron 47. Calling search and rescue. Second aircraft has gone down somewhere in the southern area of Mamala Bay. Please send search and rescue planes as soon as possible. Returning to base. Over. Alright, let's get on it. This flight is over. Alright, well, I guess we won't be doing too many patrols with the P-47. That's unfortunate, but then again, I wasn't really planning on it. Thankfully, they didn't do this Tuesday with the P-51s, though I'm still weary about the way they're going to be flying those things and this one. I have to seriously consider some more training for these pilots. I mean, hopefully they survive. I mean, fatalities. The war's over, guys. Come on. Let's get on the ground. Oh, come on. Good God. What a mess up. Hope they're alright. Alright, let's get back to the squadron hangar, and then I'm going to go up to the control tower and touch base with the rescue plane. Hopefully they launched already. That's good enough. Alright, folks. I'll see you later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that jazz. Alright. See what.
54 to base. We've rescued one pilot off Barber's Point. Heading back up to look for the second one. Over.
Roger, Patrol 54. Continue search and report back if you find the second pilot. Over.
54 here. Nothing spotted in Mamala Bay. Returning to base for refuel. Over.
Copy that, Patrol 54. We have rescue boats entering the area now. Thanks for the assistance. Over.